What's up guys, Jay here from Mr. Subwayman. Welcome back to my channel, and for today I'm not gonna play anything. This is just a brief discussion, or like a brief education, especially for the new players out there who are wondering what are, how do you play the game, or what are the features, what are the upgrades, power-ups, etc, etc. So this is just a quick discussion all about discussing all of those items for you guys. So we all know that we had like a classic version of the Subway Surfers, right? So this one is actually like a sequel, which is called the Subway Surfer City, but it was previously called Hoverboard Heroes, if I'm not mistaken. But they changed it to Subway Surfer City. So we all know the power-ups. Like on the classic one, we have the head start, the boost, the boost head start, and the extra boost score multiplier, in which it doesn't exist anymore in this game. So unlike the classic, it has those kind of head start where you get lots of score points, and then there's some sort of a boost multiplier where you get additional 5 score multipliers. So on this game, it no longer exists, right? So they made some sort of like that, some change like that, and of course is the jetpack. Of course we missed the jetpack, but there's no such thing as jetpacks over here at the Subway Surfer City. They only have like drones, where you can find those inside the Sunrise Boulevard, where it acts like, it's like a jetpack, but you only get a few coins. And unlike jetpack, you get a lot of coins in the air, and grab the opportunity over there and spend some quality time with the jetpack and get all the coins about. Which was supposed to be perfect for coin farming, at the classic. But here in the Subway Surfer City, unfortunately, we don't have any jetpacks. So I'm hoping that could be like an additional power up or additional feature that they can add when they decided to create new districts. Right? So I could be assuming there could be good chances in the future. Whether it's good or bad, let's just find out. So for today, a lot of people are asking, what are the power-ups of each surfers and what do they do? First, let's discuss Jakey, alright? The main character of the game. So Jake has got, if you've upgraded Jake, so I don't actually memorize, so when these power-ups unlock, what level this unlocks, but I'm just going to discuss what they do for Jake. So for this one, Jake's first power-up, magnetic personality. You get a magnet when you activate a board. So every time you activate a board with Jake, you get magnets. And the magnet duration increase is plus 12 seconds, so it's quite longer than usual. That's Jake's first power-up. The second one is get board charge by picking up coins. So when you pick up coins for Jake, when you pick up 30 coins for Jake, you get extra board charge. It's only one board charge for Jake. So you're gonna have to upgrade Jake just, to maximize this power-ups as well. And the permanent power-up, ready to go. Start runs with the board ready. So when you started a run with Jake, regardless if it is an endless run, or if it is a mission, or if it is some sort of city tour, you get boards ready to be activated. And once you activated a board with Jake, you get this magnet, right? So that's Jake. That's how Jake's look like. That's how his power-ups work. Why did I just select yes? Why did I just select Jake? I'm just discussing. Okay, now let's go to Tricky. Tricky, what's the power-up of Tricky? Style and flow. Get a coin doubler when picking up 200 coins. So every time Tricky gets 200 coins, she gets a coin doubler. And the coin doubler duration increases 15 seconds more. So it's quite a bit longer than usual again. Second power-up is Tear Game on Point. I don't know how to pronounce this. Tear Game on Point. Get a bubblegum when you're picking up 300 coins, and the bubblegum duration is 10 seconds longer. So she has coin doublers, and she also has bubblegum. So this are Tricky's power-ups. So you collect 300 coins, you get a bubblegum. You collect 200 coins, you get a coin doubler. And Tricky's permanent power-up, money bags. Get a coin sack when picking up 125 coins. So when you pick up 125 coins with Tricky, she gets coin sacks. And how many coins inside those coin sacks? It's just 10 coins for Tricky. So tricky is best for coin farming, in short. Okay, next character is Fresh. So what do we got? Fresh, creature of habit, get board charge over time. Right, so its frequency is 20 seconds. So I think after 20 seconds he gets board charges. I don't know how many, but I think he gets like 3 board charges or 5 board charges every now and then. Second power up, Clean Rider, get bonus score multiplier while riding a board. Bonus score multiplier is +2. So normally our multiplier for hoverboard is, let's say, 2, but when you have Fresh, he gets extra 2 multiplier. So if you have 2 score multiplier for hoverboard, you get additional 2 multiplier, which is equal to 4. And Fresh's permanent power up, Star Power. So secret stars are worth double. So when you collect secret stars with Fresh, it doubles up. So Fresh is good for like, I think he has the highest score multiplier among all servers. And I think he's good for garnering score. You just have to pick up a power hoverboard that's perfect for Fresh. Maybe a Grandmaster, maybe the Subsurf Classic one. Okay, on to Miss Maya. With Miss Maya, Golden Path. Get a coin doubler when you activate a board. So every time you activate a board with Miss Maya, she gets a coin doubler. And a coin doubler duration increases 11 seconds more. So it's longer than usual again. Second power up, Double the Thrill. Get a magnet when collecting coins. So how many coins do you need to pick up? At least 100 of coins. So if you collect 100 of coins with Miss Maya, she gets a magnet, right? And a permanent power up, Trace Use. I don't know. Bounce on tarps and bubble to get coins and charges. So every time you try to bounce on those tarps, trippy tarps, and you try to pop up those bubbles at the DeLorean park, she gets extra coins and charges. So that's Miss Maya. Probably good for coin farming, but not the best, I could say. Next one is Ninja 1. Utility Bag. Get a random power up when you pick up board charges. So board charges that you need at least 10 board charges. So you get random power up when you're picking up 10 board charges. That's Ninja 1. Second power up is Urban Ninja. Get board charges when you pick up a coin sack. So how many board charges do you need? 5. So when you pick up 5 board charges, you get extra board charges when you pick up coin sack. Right? And last but not least, Like a Ghost. That's permanent power up. Get a board charge when you pick up 5 board charges. I might kind of confusing this one. So every time you collect 5 board charges with Ninja 1, he gets additional board charges. Just a little bit of correction. Get board charges when you pick up... Okay, so when you pick up coin sack, you get 5 board charges inside that coin sack. So that's Urban Ninja. There's a little bit of correction over there. Okay, so that's Ninja 1. And Yutani. What about Yutani? Yutani is probably good for coin farming as well. Resourceful. Get random power-ups while running. So how many meters to run? 400 meters. And she gets random power-up. Whatever. Magnet, coin doubler, bubblegum, battery, and all that. You know? Second power-up. Powered backups. Get an extra board when running with power-ups active. So how many meters to run? At least 400. So she gets an extra board when running with power-ups. So 400 meters is not quite long, especially when you're running fast. So once the hoverboard expires, there's a new hoverboard waiting and you have to activate it. Permanent power-up, all juiced up. Power-ups last twice as long. So all of the power-ups, whether it's a magnet, coin doubler, hoverboard, or bubblegum, it lasts twice. So it's longer than usual. So that's Yutani. Okay, now on to the next, Spike. Who is Spike? Okay, what do we got for Spike? Chain Spike. Get incremental score when picking up magnets. Picks up 5 magnets. So score per magnet. So when you pick up a magnet with Spike, you get additional score. Right? So when you pick up more than 5 magnets, you get the maximum amount of incremental score for Spike. Second power-up is Punk Charm. Get a magnet when stomping on bird caches. So you're gonna have to upgrade Spike in order to get a magnet every buried caches. So in my case, since it's already maximized, I get every magnet from every board. I get magnet from every board stumping cache. So that's Spike. Okay, then it is mine. It is permanent power up, 50% chance to get another magnet when one expires. So if your magnet runs out, you get 50% of chance of getting a new magnet. Magnets just pop up. Nothing. Okay, so Spike is probably good for magnets. He gets additional score for magnets. He probably is one of the good resource for farming coins. You're just gonna have to partner with a good hoverboard, maybe Treasure, or maybe the Grandmaster, or maybe Eye of the Viper, or whatever. So that's Spike. On to Ella. Who is Ella? Okay. Bling bling. Wow, that's good. Get coins when picking up power-ups. So how many coins? So when you pick up coins, get coins when picking up power-ups. So when she picks up power-ups, a magnet or coin doubler or a bubblegum, she gets 12 coins. Second power-up should be in the groove. Get additional multiplier when one power-up is active. Whether a magnet, coin doubler, bubblegum, or battery, she gets extra 2 multiplier. But it's only one. If she has multiple power-ups active, it's only for one. So it'll not count as separate. So it's only for one power-up active, just at least one. And a spotlight is her permanent power-up. Get all power-ups when you pick up a secret star. So it doesn't last too long. It's just exclusively for a secret star. So when she picks up secret star, she gets all of the power-ups: magnet, coin doubler, battery, and a bubblegum. So it doesn't last too long. Once she collects all the secret stars, this is no longer useful. Right? So that's Ella. Next we have Jay, which is me. I'm Jay. Okay, what do we got, Jay? Daredevil. Get a power-up and bonus score when you crash with a board. Okay, so how many bonus score? 100. So when Jay has a hoverboard with him and he crashes, he gets power-up, or a random power-up, whatever, a magnet or a coin doubler, bubblegum, or a battery, and then he gets extra score, right? And then what's the next? Energy drink. Get extra board charges from buried caches. So when you stomp on those buried caches, you get extra 5 board charges, I think, extra amount. And then the last but not least, crash and broken. Board fills and drains faster. So as you notice when you play as Jay, when you collect board charges, it refills faster than every surfer. And then when you activate a board, it drains faster, right? So it could be good for Jay. Activate a board quickly and die the board quickly, or crash the board quickly. I would suggest you crash the board so that you can get extra points and you can get an extra power-up or whatever. Jay may not be a good a resource, or he may not be a good runner to score or farm scores or whatever. So that's Jay. That's me, unfortunately. Next one is Noon. Who is Noon? Okay. What do we got, Noon? Adrenaline boost. Get board charges over time with any active power-up. Seconds between board charges, you need at least 1.5 seconds. So get board charges over time. So any active power-up, magnet, coin doubler, bubblegum, or battery, she gets extra board charges. Right? Next one is energetic tricks. Get 2 board charges by jumping over or sliding under hurdles. At least 1 hurdle, depending on your upgrade. If you maximize to level 15, you get every board charges, 2 board charges when you slide or jump over those hurdles for Noon, okay? And last but not least, axe kick. Get a random power up when stomping on bird caches. So when she stomps on those caches, she gets random power up, whatever, magnet, coin doubler, bubblegum, or a battery. So that's Noon. Next one is Billy. Okay, Billy. Who are you, Billy? Mosh Pit Monster. Get more coins and board charges from buried caches. So every time you stomp buried caches from Billy, you get extra board charges and coins. And you get 85% as maximum chance of getting a bonus power up when stomping on those caches. So every now and then you get random power up when stomping. 85%. Sometimes you may not get, because it's just 85%. Zapped. Get board charge whenever you pick up a power up. Okay, so every time he collects a power up, whatever, magnet, coin doubler, or battery, or bubblegum, he gets 7 board charges, extra board charges. And last but not least, double base. Get a coin sack whenever you pick up a power-up. So every time he collects a power-up, magnet, coin doubler, bubblegum, and battery, he gets that coin sack. So he may be good for coin farming, and he also may be good for farming points as well, because you get extra points when picking up board charges, picking up those coin sacks, and activating, you know, picking up the power-ups, etc. So that's Billy. Next one is we have Rosalita. Who is Rosalita? Okay, what do we got, Rosalita? Positive gal. Get batteries over time while riding a board. Okay, so over time she gets batteries. She may be the best for batteries, battery collection. Frequency of 20 seconds, so it lasts longer, right? Next one is elbows up. Get coin sacks while riding a board. So how many meters to ride in order to get a coin sack? 300 meters. So she gets coin sacks as well. So if you may be wondering, why is there coin sacks appearing with Rosalita? That's elbows up power up. Last but not least, batteries last longer. Workaholic. So she's best for batteries. Rosalita is best for batteries. So once you pick up a battery, it lasts longer. So how many meters to ride? Just a correction, how many meters to ride on a hoverboard in order for you to get a battery? Just at least 20 seconds. Or frequency, like, you need to at least like 20 seconds. Right? So that's Rosalita. Next batch, we have Tasha. Who is Tasha? Tasha is probably good for bubblegum collection. Okay, bubbly personality. Get a bubblegum when you activate a board. So every time you activate a board with Tasha, you always get a bubblegum. With 11 seconds of increased duration, so it's probably longer than usual. Next, Sugar Rush. Get extra multiplier when you activate a bubblegum, or when a bubblegum is active. So how many maximum? You get 3 maximum of multipliers. So every time you get a bubblegum with Tasha, you get extra 3 score multiplier. So if your score multiplier is 8 plus 3, you get 11. And you get, that's still a separate from the hoverboard. Next, double gum. 50% chance to get another bubblegum when one pops. So when you crash with a bubblegum, with an active bubblegum, or when a bubblegum expires, you get a 50% chance to get another bubblegum. So Tasha is probably good for bubblegum collection. Yeah. Next is we have Jwoo. Who is Jwoo? A pop star. K-pop it. Get extra coins when a bubblegum pops up. So when you collect a bubblegum, and once it starts popping up, you get extra coins of 20 coins. Next one is G-Stripes. Chance of getting a bubblegum when picking up a magnet. So when you pick up a magnet with Jwoo, you get a bubblegum. In my case, I have 100% chance of every time I collect a magnet hang on. Okay, so every time I collect a magnet with Jwoo, I get an extra bubblegum. That's G-Stripes. Last but not least, magnets pull in power-ups and coin sacks. So when you have a magnet with Jwoo, it pulls up, it magnetizes all the power-ups and all the coin sacks on the run, on the surfing. So yeah, when a coin sack approaches or when a power-up approaches, if you have an active magnet with Jwoo, it magnetizes, it pulls them up. It's charismatic. That's Jwoo. Next we have Tagbot. Who is Tagbot? Converter. Get a battery when collecting coins. So you need to have 185 coins to get a battery with Tagbot. Next one is Recursive Generator. Get board charges while riding a board with a battery. So yeah, so he gets board charges while riding a battery. Seconds between charges, it's 1.75 seconds. And last but not least, Protective Protocol. Battery grants a temporary shield. So when you activate a battery with Tagbot, it has extra shield. Okay, that shield protects you, but if you crash with that shield, the battery expires, right? You lose a battery, and then you just have a normal hoverboard running with Tagbot. Okay, next one is we have Lucy. Who is Lucy? A brand new character. A new character, not a brand new, but a new character. Neat coinmancy. Get coins over time with an active magnet. So when you have a magnet with Lucy, she gets coins every now and then. At least 0.65 seconds, like the maximized power up. Next one is Spooky Blessing. Chance of getting a magnet from a coin sack. So when you pick up a coin sack, you get 60% of chance of getting a magnet. Right? So, and the last but not least, Lovely Shadows. Get double of amount of coins from Neat Coinmancy. So in this case, if you don't have this active, you only get 1 coin. But when you have this power up already, she gets 2 coins every now and then. When she has like a magnet active, when you unlock this kind of power up, she gets 2 coins. But if not, if you only have this, she gets only 1 coin. I don't know, I haven't experienced that one because I had her upgraded to the maximum before I even played her. Okay, next one is Vector. Who is Vector? I haven't upgraded Vector to maximum, which is why I haven't played him. Okay, Random Power Up Generator. Get a random power up when picking up board charges. Board charges to pick up, I haven't maximized, so I don't know what is the maximum like power up for Vector. Get a random power up when picking up board charges. So when you pick up a board charges, you get a random power up, etc. How many board charges? In my case, 20. If I try to maximize, maybe 10. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. Energy transfer. Get board charges over distance while riding a drone. So when you ride a drone with Vector under that Sunrise Boulevard, you get extra board charges. Right? How many meters to ride? It depends. In my case, 18 meters. So it's probably not useful now for me. Positive feedback loop. Get incremental score when grabbing a drone. Picks at 10 drones. So I need to pick up 10 drones at the Sunrise Boulevard to get an incremental score. I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. I haven't played Vector for a new high score. I wanted to maximize Vector first until level 15 before I play him. And try to, enjoy the moment, enjoy the opportunity with all of his power-ups. That's Vector. And next one is Zara. Who is Zara? Zara. Athletic Agility. Get bonus score by jumping over and sliding under hurdles. So when you approach those hurdles, you get extra score of 100. So that's Zara. Hurdle Looter. Get a coin sack by jumping over or sliding under hurdles. Okay, Hurdle Looter. So she gets coin sacks by jumping over and sliding under hurdles. So how many hurdles to interact? At least 3 in my case, right? Since I maximize Zara, I get a coin sack whenever I interact with 3 hurdles. And personal best. Get a bonus score multiplier of 0.1 every 30 seconds. Maximum of 2. So every 30 seconds of Zara, I get 0.1 score multiplier. Picks at 2, maximum of 2. So when I reach 2, it stops there. So that's Zara. Now let's go for Lila. Who is Lila, ladies and gentlemen? Who is Lila? Okay, let's see. Picture perfect. Get a coin sack when picking up board charges. Okay, so how many board charges do I need to pick up? At least 10. After I pick up 10 board charges, I get a coin sack, right? So in my case, I need to collect 10 charges. Next one is Depth of Field. Chance of getting a coin doubler from a coin sack. Okay, so how many chances? 75% of chance of getting a coin sack or getting a coin doubler from a coin sack. And last but not least is Mirror Lens. Coin doubler also doubles board charges. So when I collect coin doublers, it also doubles up the board charges, right? So the board charge fills up the hoverboard faster. So that's who Lila is. Probably good for farming coins as well, because she gets like coin sacks and a coin doubler. Okay, but probably not the best. So that's Lila. Next one we have Ash. Who is Ash? Bat of Cash. Get bonus score from stomping on buried caches. How many score? 350 of extra score. Yeah, so that's the first power up. But the next one is Heavy Striker. Chance of getting a random power up by stomping on bouncy tarps. So it's just like Miss Maya. So Miss Maya bounces on those tarps. She gets extra coins and hoverboard charges. But with Ash, he gets random power up by stomping on those tarps. So my suggestion, when you see those tarps coming after, try to bounce them as many as you can, and you get a lot of power-ups popping up. Last but not least, Heating Strike. Get a bonus score multiplier of 0.1 from each buried cache stomp, maximum of 2. So just stomp on those cache, and he gets like 0.1, and it stops when you reach the maximum of 2 score multiplier. So that's Ash. Next one we have Jenny. Who is Jenny? Okay, Lift of Faith. get extra points, or get extra coins and void charges when triggering Steam vents. So when you go to those Steam vents, whether it's a visible Steam vent or it's a stump Steam vent, whether you have to stump it or not, you get extra coins and void charges of 11. Next one is flow of power. Chance of getting a random power-up when one expires. So you get 70% chance is the maximum. So when you get a random power-up, or when you have like chance of getting a random power, okay, so when you have a magnet with Jenny, let's say for example a magnet or a coin doubler, you get 70% of getting a new power-up once it expires. So fearless flyer, 50% of chance of getting a random power-up when triggering Steam events. So it's just like Billy, you know. Billy is good for stomping caches, but Jenny now is for Steam vents. Right, so the next one, that's Jenny, and next one we have Wei. Who is Wei? Wei is Jake's brother. Wei is Jake the second. He looks like Jake for me. Anyway, what? Okay, big backpack. Get 3 coins and void charges while running. How many meters? At least 400 meters for you to get 3 coins and 3 void charges as Wei. Next one we have Traveler. Chance of also getting a random power up from big backpack. Okay, so from the big backpack power up, you get 50% of chance of getting a random power-up. So let's say, you know, you get 3 coins and 3 void charges for now, but later on you'll get 3 coins and 3 void charges with a random power-up. It's 50%, so it's not always possible. Next is Sightseer. Get a bonus score multiplier of 0.5 when entering a different district. So if I came from Southline and I'm going to be traveling to the Sunrise Boulevard, I get 0.5 of score multiplier. Maximum of 2, it stops from the maximum of 2. So when you had that chance, I get 8. This is my default, and I get additional of 2 is equal to 10. So that's why. Next one we have Prince K. Prince K. Probably good for good coin farming as well. Smooth Doubler. Get a coin doubler when picking up coins. How many? 120 coins. So it's just like Tricky, but Tricky requires at least 200 coins. Yes, picking up 200 coins, you get a coin doubler. But with Prince K, just only 120 coins, and you get a coin doubler. But unfortunately, the coin doubler doesn't last longer for Prince K. Unlike Tricky, it lasts longer. Next one we have Golden Opportunity. Chance of getting a random power-up when picking up a coin. So you get 1% of chance of getting a random power-up when he picks up coins. So not all the time. Pocket money. Get extra 5 coins from a coin sack. So normally we get 10 coins inside a coin sack, but if you have Prince K with you, you get 15 coins. So when you have a coin doubler activated, you get 30 coins inside a coin sack. So it doubles up. So that's Prince K. He's probably good for farming coins as well, like Tricky, like Yutani, like Billy or whoever, like Miss Maya. But Prince K is also good for farming coins. Next we have Monique, one of the last characters in my list. Active characters. Who's Monique? Recharge. Extend the duration of active power-ups when picking up void charges. So at least 2 seconds of extension. So when you have an active power-up, let's say a magnet, when you pick up void charges, it recharges as well. Not only that, all of the active power-ups. So if you had a magnet, a coin doubler, and a bubblegum, it recharges all of them to at least 2 seconds every void charge you collect. Next one is energy to go. Get void charges when picking up power-ups. At least void charges. When you pick up a power-up, you get void charges. And last but not least, strong and steady. Recover from being stumbled sooner. So let's say you trip. You accidentally trip on one of the trains, so she recovers faster than everyone else. So let's just say normal recovery seconds is like 4 seconds or 5 seconds, but Monique recovers like 2 seconds or like that. Sooner. Okay, it minimizes the risk of crashing for Monique. But still, don't just rely on that, just be careful still. So that's probably the last in my active list, but who are these 2 characters still? I haven't unlocked Georgie. I'm gonna wait for a couple of weeks or months before I unlock Georgie with using my surfer credits over here. Now, who is Georgie? Bank shot. Get more points from coins with an active bubblegum. So I need to have an active bubblegum to get points from the coins I collect. How many bonus score? Soon to find out, I don't know. Next, rebound. Get void charges when a bubblegum bursts. So if I had a bubblegum and once it pops up or bursts or crashes, I don't know, I get a certain amount of board charges. I don't know, 5, 4, 3, I don't know how many board charges. Next one is Slam Dunk. Get a bubblegum when stomping a bird cache. So it's just like Billy. When you stomp onto those cache, you get bubblegum with Georgie. So I think it's all about bubblegum for Georgie. Next, last but not least, is Harini. Now, a lot of people saying Harini is quite an inspiration from India. I think Harini is a pop star or like a local singer in India. So I've read some online sources. Who is Harini? And a lot of people are saying that, especially those people from India. But who is Harini? Harini is a singer, I'm guessing. Dig it up. Chance to get a coin doubler when stomping on those caches, buried caches. So how many chance? I don't know if it's going to be 100%. It's going to be 70% of maximum. I don't know. So you get a chance to get a coin doubler when popping up when stomping on those caches. That's the first one. Second is Animal Mojo. Get a bonus score multiplier with an active coin doubler. So if I have an active coin doubler, I don't know how many multiplier will I get. So I haven't unlocked Harini for now, but soon to find out. Maybe like 2 multiplier or 3, I don't know. Last but not least is Park Patroller. Park Patroller getting incremental score when popping up bubbles. So let's say picks at 15 bubbles. So if you're at the DeLorean park, when you pop up those bubbles, you get an incremental score for Harini. I don't know. I'm not sure. I haven't unlocked Harini for now. So those are my character lists. Now let's go to the hoverboard. So this is, let's go back here, Electric Blue. So this is the hoverboard, the default hoverboard that you get. Probably when you're just starting the game, this is the default hoverboard that you have without any power-ups, just a hoverboard. The first one is Trasher. So what does this do? What is Trasher doing? Magnetic boost. Collect magnets while riding this board to get bonus score. So when you have this board active, you just need to collect all the magnets and you get bonus score. Probably good for Spike, because Spike has got those magnets with him. And he gains extra score as well. Probably good for Jake as well, because every time you activate a board with Jake, you get a magnet. And you get bonus score when you have Trasher with you. And the next one is Naughty and Nice. I haven't used this ever since. What does this do? Cha-ching! Collect coin sacks while riding this board to get extra coins. Okay, so when I have this board active, I just need to collect the coin sacks and I get extra 7 coins in my case. I haven't used this ever since, but I'll find out how it maximizes. Next is the Grandmaster. So what does this do? Power Chord. Activate this board to get bonus score. So every time you try to activate a Grandmaster, you get extra score. Probably good for garnering high score for Fresh. I would recommend Fresh as number 1. Number 2, maybe try other surface as well. But your best bet for this one is Fresh, because Fresh has got a lot of score multiplier with him. Next board that we have is Honeycomb. Probably good for coin farming. Now, how is this work? How does this one work? Gold Fever. Get 3 coins while riding this board. Okay. How many meters to ride? In my case, it's 90 meters. So when I ride 90 meters using the Honeycomb, I get 3 coins every now and then. Perfect for Tricky, Prince K, and other servers good for coin farming. We have Wacky Zashi. Now what does this do? I haven't used this ever since too. Energy Synergy. Get bonus score when picking up board charges while riding this board. So while riding that board, I need to get board charges to get a bonus score. It's just like Subsurf Classic board, but that one's for coins, but this one is for board charges now. Next one is Space Invader. Probably is an inspiration for the classic game called Space Invaders. But what does this do? Invader Drop. Get a random power-up over time while riding this board. So you ride on that board after 25 seconds. In my case, I get a random power-up. I don't know how it maximizes, maybe 20 seconds or like 15 seconds. Soon to find out. I have to maximize every character, every hoverboard. Next one is Dog City. I think I haven't used this, but it's for magnet. 1 for 1 chance to get a magnet when you crash with this board. So activate a board and you get 70% of chances to get a magnet. In my case, it's just 70%. I think it maximizes to 100%. So when I crash this, you get a magnet. I get a magnet. Probably good for Jake, probably good for Spike, in my what I would suggest. Next one is Vaunted. What does this do? Applause. Clap your hands. Chance of receiving a power-up when activating this board. So yeah, every time you activate this board, you get 70% of chance of getting a random power-up, I would guess. Maybe a magnet, maybe a coin doubler, or bubblegum, or battery. Maybe we can maximize it to 100% of chance. But soon to find out as well. Next one is Zephyr Cruiser. What does this do? Rebound, get chance of getting a 3 magnet, to get 3 board charges when you crash for this board. Okay, so it's all about crashing. When you activate it, crash, I get 80% of chance to get 3 board charges. Maybe maximize to 100%. When I try to maximize these, let's find out. Knockout. Okay, everyone's favorite, but no longer everyone's favorite. Challenger. Get a random power up from collecting board charges while riding this board. Previously there was a bug, so perfect combination for Billy. Billy plus the knockout hoverboard. So when I activate this board, I get all of these power-ups pop up all at once, and I get a lot of coin stacks while using Billy. I had an episode uploaded as well. You can check that one, how it was working while they haven't patched the bug yet. But now it's patched, it's fixed, so it's no longer useful. I think I also got a short with that one explaining how many points I garnered with Billy and how many coins I farmed with Billy. I think I got 38 million of score and 50,000 of coins farmed using that one. Using that board. So it's no longer useful now because they've already fixed the bug. Next one is Eye of the Viper. What does this do? Stomp drop. Stomp on caches, bird caches while riding this board to get a bonus score. Probably good for Billy, because when Billy stomps on those bird caches, he gets extra points as well from those power-ups and coin sacks. But when you had this board active and stomping into those caches, you get extra 550 points. So probably good for garnering a high score for Billy or anyone else. Not just for Bill, but Billy will be your best bet. You can also try this with other characters. So that's Eye of the Viper. Next one is Day of the Shred. So what does this do? Time charge. You get board charge over time while riding this board. Just one board charge. And after 10 seconds, in my case, I get a board charge. I haven't used this. Next one is Sweet Street. I think it's about bubblegum. Yes, Candy Core. Get bonus score when picking up bubblegum or riding this board. How many scores? In my case, 400. Probably perfect for Tasha, because Tasha gets all of the bubblegums. You can use Tasha or everyone else, but your best bet will be Tasha. Next one we have G-Tiger. I think this is for bubblegum as well. Flower Bloom. Get a bubblegum by collecting coins while riding this board. So how many coins do you need to collect? In my case, 140 coins. While riding that board, I need to collect 140 coins to earn a bubblegum. So that's how it works. Next one, we have the sideboard. Bonus battery. So it's all about battery now. Get bonus score by picking up batteries while riding this board. A score would be 450 in my case, but it's probably good for, what's her name? Rosalita, because Rosalita's got all of the battery chances. So just riding that board, you get to collect a battery and you get extra points. Your best bet would be Rosalita, but it applies to all characters. Now, next one of our favorite is Cobweb. Previously a useful hoverboard for the glitch. What does this do? Metamorphosis. Get a coin sack or picking up coins while riding this board. In my case, I need to collect 70 coins to earn a coin sack. But previously, this was perfect for Ninja 1. Because when you activate a board with Ninja 1, all of the coin sacks pop up and you get a lot of coins. But they've already patched it and it's no longer useful. But this Cobweb will be useful for farming coins like Tricky, who else is there? Prince Kai, Yutani, and Miss Maya. So just use this Cobweb if you want to farm coins. Next we have the Super Hooper. What does this do? Dribbler. Get a bubblegum by collecting board charges while riding this board. Now, a lot of people are suggesting go with Billy with the Super Hooper because you get coin farmings with Billy. I tried it, but it's not yet useful for me. I would need to upgrade a Super Hooper. So I get a chance to get a bubblegum when I pick up board charges, at least 30 of them. So soon to find out if I upgrade this Super Hooper with Billy. And if that coin farming is true. Next is Hexor. What does this do? Hexor pause buffer. Board energy draining pauses for a time when activating this board. So when I activate a board, at least 3 seconds it pauses the draining. That's my understanding. When I try to upgrade it, maybe like the seconds of the frozen ability extends, maybe like 5 seconds or more. I'll soon find out. Next one is Pouncer. What does it do? Hurdle hopper. Okay, all about hurdles again. Get extra coins by jumping over and sliding under hurdles while riding this board. So I get extra coins of 14. Oh, it's all about coins. Extra coins. Cool. I thought it was going to be points, but it's for coins. So when you ride on this board, by jumping and sliding under those hurdles, you get extra 14 coins. Probably good for Zara or other characters that have hurdle power-ups. But it's also good for coin farming if you want to try it. But I haven't used this for a while. Next is Aquiline. Oh, it's all about coin doublers. Bird of Prey, get a bonus score by picking up coin doublers while riding this board. So if you have Tricky, if you have Prince K with you, or if you have Miss Maya with you, you get extra points. When you activate that board and you get a coin doubler, you get extra points. But it applies to all surface, but your best bet will be Tricky or Prince K, or Miss Maya, or even Yutani. Next one we have Home Runner. Okay, earned run, get a bonus score of 250 while riding this board. How many meters to ride? At least 320 in my case. So this one is a fixed earning score. It's locked to 250 score when you ride into that board. You get it when you succeed in the meters you ride. Applies to every surfer, but your best bet will be the garnering score like Fresh or Billy. Next one is Piece of Grind. Now we're talking about Steam Vents this time. Wings of Freedom. Get bonus score when you trigger Steam Vents while riding this board. Very perfect for Jenny, because Jenny has got those power-ups for Steam Vents. So it's just like Billy. Billy is for stumping caches with the Eye of the Viper hoverboard, but with Jenny you could use this hoverboard as the best for Jenny. But it applies as well to all the surfers, but your best bet will be Jenny. Now next one is Globetrotter. Travel partner. Get coins or board charges or a random power-up while riding this board. So a lot. Coins or board charges or random power. Now it's or. Yeah, you're gonna have to understand it's an or. You might collect coins for now, but later on you'll collect board charges. But later on you get coins again, but later on you get a random power-up. So I'm not sure how it works. I haven't used this. How many meters to ride? In my case, 290 meters. So just riding that board. Once you succeed in that meters to ride, you get coins or board charges or random power-up. I haven't used this. Next one is Djin's Fortune. Yeah. I think it's all about coins. Lucky coins. Chance of getting a random power-up from coins while riding this board. Okay, so if I ride on this board and I collect all the coins, I get 1.7% of chance of getting a random power-up. I haven't used this. Next one is Flame Tamer. Flame Tamer. Life-saving tool. Chance of getting a battery when activating this board. Okay, so it's about battery now, but I only get 50% of chance. I'm pretty sure we cannot maximize this one to 100% of chance. It's just a chance, so not all the time you get a battery. Sometimes you may get a battery. I think it will be good for Rosalita to partner with this board. Last but not least is what I'm talking about. This is the Subsurf Classic. Now, what does this do? Score attack. Get bonus score when picking up coins while riding this board. Now, it's just like the other. Hoverboard for board charges, but this one is for coins. A lot of people are using this, especially if you are an early player of the game before it got released, or if you play this during the global release. But I don't think you can unlock this board anymore for now, because it's just a limited edition of the hoverboard. If you're a new player just now, I don't think there's a way for you to unlock this unless they announce it in the future. I'm not sure. But since I'm one of the one of the soft launch testers, one of the soft launch players, so I was able to claim this after the global release. Yes, so that's all of my active board list, but last but not least is the pending hoverboard to unlock, which is the Possum. What does this do? out of curiosity. Animal assist. Get a coin doubler while riding this board. Okay. How many meters to ride to get a coin doubler? Soon we will find out. I will find out when I unlock this board. Coin doubler, very perfect for, I think, perfect for, you know, all the coin doubler power-ups from the surfers, like Tricky, or like Prince K. So that's all of my list of hoverboards and characters. And I hope you find something useful in here. I hope you find something educational from my side, the way I understand the power-ups of the surfers and the hoverboard. Now, many of you were asking, how do you have so many characters and so many boards that I don't have? Well, guys, since I am a soft launch tester, since I am part of the soft launch players, there were characters that were released during the soft launch. Example is just Wei. A lot of people don't have Wei, because Wei was part of the season for the soft launch before the game was globally released, like 2025. So there was this season called Wei season, and I was able to unlock him during that season. I bought the season pass during that time and unlocked Wei, and as well as the outfit. Wei has got 2 outfits for now. So you may be questioning, some people may be questioning, I have more surfers, I have more characters, I have more hoverboards than you guys. It's because I am part of the soft launch, and most of these characters out there are part of the soft launch character release. So hopefully it'll be released soon, once they've completed the new characters or new hoverboards. Some people don't have as well, some people don't have the knockout hoverboard, but don't worry, it's no longer useful for now because they've already patched the update. The knockout hoverboard was part of the soft launch as well. That was released during the soft launch, so it may not be released anytime soon for now, but hopefully they will release it in the future for you guys, you know. And as well as I don't think there is a way for them to release this one, because this one is like a special limited edition of a hoverboard. It's just limited for those who play the game early days when the global release was, you know, launched for the game. After February 26th, or like after a week, I don't know. This was just available for early players. Like in my case, since I am a soft launch player and I played this during the global release, I was able to claim this one. Not all players got this Subsurf Classic, but hopefully it's something that they'll add on to in the future. And as well as other hoverboards, right? I'm not sure which one of these are more from the soft launch ones. I don't remember. There was a lot of them. And as well as the surfers that I got here. So that is the reason why I have more surfers and more hoverboards than the new players. So a lot of people are assuming I'm a hacker. A lot of people are saying, is this hacked? Is this cheating? No. I've been an active player ever since 2024, late 2024, when the game was just, you know, on the soft testing. You know, when the game is just not yet globally released and it's only available at certain countries. And after it was globally released, it's all available for you guys. But I think you just need to wait. Just be patient for now. I hope soon they will release those other characters for you guys as well. Especially a lot of people are asking, who's this guy? This is Prince K. I don't have it in my list. Well, how come do you have it on your list? Prince K is one of the soft launch characters. Yeah, he's one of that. He's one of that one. And as well as like Jenny, I could guess Jenny, Wei, Ash, who else is there? Zara, I guess. With these ones above, I think they're the default ones. Yeah, so, and even Monique. Monique is like part of the soft launch, I guess. So yeah, well, this episode is just for educational, so that's all I have to discuss for now, all about surfers, hoverboards, and how I unlock those. So hopefully you find something educational and helpful for you guys. If you need to know more about information from my side, the power-ups from my side, the other characters that I have, especially Wei. One of you guys is asking, what is Wei's power-up? Because you don't have him in the list, just for us to have an understanding. So here you go. I showed you, I explained to you what are the power-ups, you know, that might be helpful for you guys to try to understand on your side, the surfers and the boards that I have. So hopefully you find something helpful in here. Hopefully you can apply it on your end when you play the game as Jake, when you play the game as Billy, you play the game as Fresh, you play the game as Zara, you play with the hoverboard as the Knockout, you play with the hoverboard as the Grandmaster or the Treasure or whatever, all those hoverboards that you have on your list. So yeah, again, I hope you find something helpful in this information, and that's all I have to share for now. So this is just for education episode, not a gameplay, but discussing the power-ups that you might face, that you might like, that you may want to know more about. So that's all for today, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you find something helpful, useful, and educational from this video, and I'll talk to you later. Once again, this is Jay from Mr. Subwayman. Take care, all of you, and talk to you later. Bye for now.